This segment of Delmarva Life is sponsored by Salisbury University.
The instrument's ability to produce both soft whispers and piercing high notes makes flute music uniquely dynamic. And because of its versatility, flute music is found in various genres, including classical, folk, jazz, and even contemporary pop.
Yeah, next weekend, flutists from around the region are coming together at Salisbury University for the school's first ever Flute Day. Lisa Adams is an adjunct flute professor at Salisbury University. She is joining us alongside with Kariana Good. She is a Salisbury University flute performance student. Welcome. Good afternoon, everybody. Before we get into all about Flute Day, when did you both start playing the flute?
I started playing when I was in 5th grade.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
A few years ago.
Just a few.
I had an older sister who was actually old enough that she was already in college when I was young. So I think her bringing those instruments home kind of pushed me into playing.
Yeah.
Very cool.
How about you?
I started in the 4th grade. I chose my instrument in 3rd grade. The band director at my elementary school, he brought in all the instruments into our classrooms and we got to touch all of them, and I just decided to play the flute then.
Okay, so tell us about the Flute Studio and the SU Flute Ensemble.
The Flute Studio we're growing. I've just been at the university for 2 years, so I have about 4 students right now. And the ensemble is made up of students and community members, and we've grown to 20 members in the flute ensemble now.
Wow.
So we do performances at the end of each semester, and the members of that are a big help to me with this upcoming Flute Day, organizing and helping out the day of.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned Flute Day. Can you tell us how this all came about?
Well, I always have these dreams in my head of things I want to have happen, and I see lots of flute days going on in different places, usually run by universities, or there's flute clubs in certain areas. And I always see these being advertised and think I'd like to go, but more importantly think I would really like to offer that to people in this area, since there is nothing really ever close by for them to do.
Yeah.
So that's how it came to my mind.
So Kariana, tell us about what's happening on Flute Day.
So we're going to be there until about 3 o'clock, 3:30, and then we're going to have a performance at the end of the day. So we're going to meet together, we're going to rehearse our music that has been emailed to us over the past few weeks. There's going to be a few master classes that everyone there is going to be able to join and enjoy and learn something new, hopefully.
And you've invited somebody special for that master class?
Yes. Wendy Webb-Coomer is coming from Pittsburgh. She has a flute studio there and a flute school in that area, and she's been working with flute choirs like this for I think 30 plus years. She told me she's been really turned into a director of these ensembles with passion.
That's exciting.
So who can participate if they're coming to this event?
Anybody who plays the flute and is in 8th grade all the way through an adult hobbyist.
Oh, really?
Oh.
And we have people from 8th grade all the way to age 72 have registered.
Oh my goodness. And can they still sign up?
They can't sign up, but they can still walk in and participate.
Okay.
Registration has closed, but they're more than welcome to show up the day of.
Okay, and as you said, there's a performance at the end of the day. Tell us about that.
So we're going to be playing a few pieces. How many pieces?
There's about 7 pieces.
About
I
7
believe.
pieces, yeah. We're going to be workshopping them throughout the day. And then around 3:30, we'll be performing in 112. It's the rehearsal room on campus. And we're just going to set up in there and play for whoever comes to enjoy.
Okay, and when is this and where?
Saturday, April 12th, on the Salisbury University campus in Fulton Hall, room 112. Okay. And it starts at 3:30.
3:30.
We also have a flute ensemble from the Newark, Delaware area coming down to perform. So we have some soloists and some flute ensembles, and then all 58 of us that are signed up for this event will be playing at the end for the final performance.
Even if you're not a player, you can come in and just enjoy the beautiful music coming out of a flute. That sounds
awesome.
exciting.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Kariana and Lisa, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's one thing to describe the sound of music with every piece of flowery language in your vocabulary, but it will never do it justice. Experiencing the authentic sounds of an instrument offer a sensory event that cannot truly be duplicated unless you can hear the real deal. And speaking of the real deal, it's finally time we hear some of those fantastic flutes we discussed earlier. We're on the Mid-South Mid-South Audio Stage with members of the Salisbury University Flute Ensemble, and we're here with Christine Gary. And Christine, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Okay, we already talked to Lisa and Kariana. Can you tell us who your fourth member is?
Yes, this is Jan Schreibman.
Welcome, welcome. Okay, so tell me about what made you want to join the ensemble.
Well, I joined the ensemble when I was postpartum with my first child, and I wanted to get back into music because, you know, music has a really healing effect. So I got back into it, and I've been having a wonderful time ever since.
Yeah, obviously love playing the flute. What do you love about the flute?
I think the flute is just such a pretty sounding instrument, but also there's a lot of complexity in the type of music we get to play, which is really fun. And there's all different types of flutes, which is really fun. So I play the piccolo as well. And there's a few pieces that I get to play the bass flute as well. So it's really versatile and fun.
Both ends of the spectrum there.
Yeah,
okay, so tell us about what you're playing today.
So we're going to be playing Carmen for 4, and we're going to be playing movements 1 and 2. Okay. And most people know the first movement as soon as they start hearing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, why don't we get to it? From the Mid-South Audio Stage, we have members of the Salisbury University Flute Ensemble.